The um, the screw here for the saddle, I think they call it a cross slide. Um, I call it a saddle, much like a Bridgeport. Um, the handle, which is part number is M623, and that's the correct. That is the correct handle for here. Um, I was a little bit concerned that maybe the shaft was bent, but I've had this out and it's actually straight, and it's just the hand wheel that's got a little wobble in it. So I just set it up um, on a makeshift arbor here, and I'm going to throw it in the lathe, and we'll see how far out it is and if we can coax it. And just did a little test here on the buffing wheel, and that looks like that's going to clean up. So we'll get this guy looking a little better. Not perfect at this point, just want to straighten it so it works, and we'll put it back together. So it looks like it's in where the handle is, and that would make sense if somebody bumped the handle somehow, that would be knocked in, versus this side over here, which is out. So I think I'll try and move this out. Well, let's see what that did. I think what I actually did was bent the arbor. Not sure I did anything there. I don't want to put too much force on it. Yeah, that looks a little better. I gotta take a little bit more there. I think it might be moving in the chuck. Who saw that coming? Well, now that we got that mess out of the way, let's try and do something productive here. So at this point I've got what I would call the saddle, but they're calling a cross slide. Cross slide's off, all the parts are out of it, everything's obviously being cleaned and just kind of prepared. Anything that I think is actually good and ready for reuse, I bag it up and got the Gibbs, got the cross slide screw is in there, so that's kind of the plan right now, is to go through all the parts, all the pieces, and just make sure what's good to reuse and what's good to or what needs to be fixed. So the next step here is the elevating screw. The downside to a small machine is the work envelope and capabilities, but the upside is you don't need a hoist, lifting and rigging, none of that. That's the knee off. Pull the Gibbs off and pull the handle out. I won't be straightening this one. Next thing I want to get off of here is this elevating screw, and what I noticed when I was moving the knee up and down, I think what happens is, this is like a two-stage screw. Yeah. So this one comes out all the way and then locks up against the bigger one in the bottom, and I think that was to get away from having to put the screw through the casting and into the table. And what I found was it was pretty smooth with the upper screw running, but when the bottom one was engaged, it was almost like it was there was a hard spot. So anyways, and then some of this hardware, I don't think this is correct, these socket-headed cap screws, for the error of the machine, but we'll have to verify that. The motor bracket requires 3 of these nuts. It's a 3/8/16 thread and 11/16 on the flats. So I've already put the little bit of an angle on the front here. Got the threaded hole in. I've come in and created the this little feature here, which is a 10th step, and now I've moved over and just going to finish parting it. Getting there. We got a few more things to take off here on the gear system. The knee gone, saddle gone. Using the exploded view here to mark off everything. Baggies. And this one here, this is the eccentric gear for the back gear. This is the handle, and a lot of these are broken. That's one of the need to make items. So now it's down to its base components now. Everything's been stripped. I was not sure what I wanted to do as far as qualification of things, but I do at least want to, you know, obviously everything's going to be cleaned and painted, but the surfaces that are datums, for instance, this base, I guess this is the only thing here going on is we would want this these two surfaces to be in a plane That helps the elevating screw get aligned better. Um, you know, coming out of the factory back then, it looks like it's just a milled, or, yeah, I'm not even sure if it's ground surface. Like I said, cleaning and painting will happen for sure. But if this is nice and flat, um, that helps. And then the column, I'll call it the column. I think they call it a, I'm not sure what they call it, but this, this set of ways has to be perpendicular and stuff like that. So that kind of, you can work on that on its own. You can work on this on its own. Then when the two go together, you have things are perpendicular. This is a coolant collection area. I'm probably going to look at something different for paint here. It won't be just standard paint. May even just be left as cast. So yeah, so we're going to do some cleaning, some stoning, and then verification of, how flat is this.